Okay, so have you ever thought about, like, what wisdom you'd want to pass down, like if you could put it all in a time capsule for future generations?
It's funny you say that because that's kind of what we're diving into today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're looking at, well, notes and stories, reflections, really,
Yeah.
all compiled by someone we're calling Gramma Sue.
Gramma Sue. I like it.
Yeah, and she was writing all this for, well, her grandchildren, actually. So it's like her way of passing down what she's learned about some pretty big topics, actually.
Like what?
Things like climate change, world peace, and even what it means to be, like, connected on a global level.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack.
It is, but she does it in a really engaging way, like call to action to make the world a better place.
So where do we even start with all this wisdom?
Well, it all kind of kicks off with a pretty powerful image. You familiar with that iconic Earthrise photo?
Oh, yeah, the one taken from Apollo 8 back in '68, right?
Exactly. That was the first time humanity saw our planet from space.
Yeah, it's a tiny blue marble just hanging there.
It is. And it really shifted something for a lot of people, Gramma Sue included.
It makes you realize just how fragile Earth is.
It does. And for Gramma Sue, it sparked this deep sense of responsibility for the planet, this realization that we're all interconnected, sharing this one tiny home.
That's so true.
For Gramma Sue, her commitment to environmentalism wasn't just about big ideas, though. It was deeply personal, too.
Oh, how so?
Well, she mentions this connection to Exxon through her father's career.
Interesting. So that sparked some responsibility maybe to address the company's role in climate change?
Exactly. It's like she felt this need to make amends, to balance the scales.
That's really powerful, actually. It's not about pointing fingers. It's about acknowledging the past and figuring out how to create a better future.
You got it. And this brings us to one of Gramma Sue's key ideas. Seed ideas, she calls them.
Seed ideas?
Yeah. She believes that even small actions, like planting a seed, can grow into something incredibly impactful.
I like that metaphor. So it's about those little things we do that can ripple outwards and make a difference.
Precisely. And one of the most heartwarming examples of seed ideas in action is how Gramma Sue stumbled upon the power of music to teach peace.
Oh, music and peace. How'd that happen?
It all started with a late-night epiphany, believe it or not, on her porch.
Okay. Gotta love a good porch epiphany.
Right. Well, it seems like she suddenly realized that music could transcend borders and language barriers.
Yeah, music has a way of doing that.
It does. And so she started using songs from all sorts of cultures to teach kids about unity and understanding.
What kind of songs are we talking about?
Oh, everything from Native American lullabies to South African freedom songs, you name it.
Wow, that's brilliant. Music has this incredible power to connect people on an emotional level, even if they don't speak the same language.
Exactly. It's a universal language.
What a way to teach peace.
Gramma Sue was also deeply influenced by the teachings of the Baha'i faith.
Okay, the Baha'i faith. Now, I'm not super familiar with it, so...
Yeah, no worries. We don't have to get too deep into the specifics, but
Right.
the key takeaway is its emphasis on oneness, equality, and peace.
Ah,
I love the nature. I love the earth. I like everything nature's. I like the earth. I like the trees. I like birds the best. I like phones. I like the trees. I like everything. I like the everythings. I like the everything. I like everything as now.
Thank you. Wonderful. I love that song.
And it wasn't just a philosophical concept for her either.
what do you mean?
Well, it informed her actions,
Yeah.
her commitment to creating a more just and peaceful world.
It's amazing how these different threads in her life,
Yeah.
the Earthrise photo, her family history, her faith, all weave together to shape her worldview.
It's true. It's like a tapestry, each thread adding to the richness of the whole.
Beautiful analogy. So what comes next in this tapestry? What's the next thread we should pull on?
This leads us to another one of Gramma Sue's guiding principles, the Earth Charter.
Okay, the Earth Charter. I've heard of it, but to be honest, I'm not totally sure what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Think of it as a blueprint for a better future. A document that outlines principles for creating a world that is sustainable, just, and peaceful.
Sounds important. But like more than just your typical environmental document, right?
You got it. The Earth Charter goes beyond just protecting nature. It connects environmental sustainability to social justice and peace.
So it's saying you can't have a healthy planet without a just and equitable society.
Exactly. It's all interconnected, you see.
Wow, that's a powerful message, especially for, like, young people.
It is. And for Gramma Sue, the Earth Charter wasn't just something to admire from afar. She actively tried to bring it to life.
Really? How so?
Oh, she was all about action. She organized school programs, started community initiatives, even dreamed of creating a Florida-wide movement based on the Earth Charter.
That's incredible. She really walked the walk.
She did. Gramma Sue's story shows us that even one person can make a difference.
I agree. It's inspiring, actually.
It is.
So it's amazing how Gramma Sue took this, global document and made it relevant to her own community.
Yeah, she had a knack for that, connecting the dots, making things relatable.
She wasn't just talking about the Earth Charter. She was, like, living it.
Exactly, and she had this way of inspiring others to do the same.
Which is really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Creating a better future takes more than just individual action, It takes collaboration, sharing ideas.
Working together.
Exactly. And that brings us to one of her most intriguing projects, Future Flash. Have you heard of it?
Future Flash. Rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
Okay, so Future Flash was all about harnessing the power of imagination
Okay.
to envision a positive future,
Especially around climate action.
So instead of dwelling on, all the doom and gloom of climate change, she encouraged people to imagine a brighter future.
Exactly. It wasn't about predicting the future. It was about creating it.
I like that. But was it just a, feel-good exercise?
Yeah.
Or did it lead to, concrete action?
Oh, Gramma Sue was all about turning those visions into reality.
How so?
Well, she describes working with her grandchildren to create games and projects inspired by Future Flash.
Oh, cool. What kind of games?
On a time, there was the Dawn. And the Dawn said, I don't want my mama. And then the Dawn flied away. And the Dawn said, was looking for its mom because its mom was lost. And he spied a game and some foxes and turtles were on the game, and some owls and ladybugs and lions were on the game. And how you play the game is somebody has to roll, and then was a die, and then those who walk that you have to move how many numbers you got on the die. And then an octopus opened the door, climbed up on the Dawn, and then the Dawn righted off from a shoe's head. The end.
Yeah. What a story.
That's a funny story.
I like it.
Games.
For example, they designed this game called Trees versus Factories.
Trees versus factories. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, it explored the balance between industrial development and environmental protection.
So smart.
So the goal of the game would be to get to grow enough trees and get every single seed type. And to grow a tree, what it would take is a seed, a planter, and time are the three things it would take. And different kinds of trees would need different kinds of planters and different amounts of time. So I don't really know how long it takes different kinds of trees to grow, but we'd look up what it actually takes for certain kinds of trees to grow. And then ones there would be everything that's polluting the environment,
Mm-hmm.
and the cards they could draw would be things like factories and trash and stuff.
More ideas?
I mean, I can just come up with them.
Yeah, let's
All
keep
right.
going. I'll write them down.
So maybe we could have after you make a factory,
Uh-huh.
you can maybe start a timer or something, and then if you want if you take the metal and the wood
and make a factory, you can do that. Or I was thinking maybe a factory could either be like a regular factory, could be worth 6 wood to make a factory. Oh no, sorry, 6 metal to make a factory.
Oh, just all metal?
All metal to make a factory, 6
Okay.
metal.
Right.
And then you can put 3 wood with your factory card to make a paper factory. And then if you can like start a timer for maybe like a minute, and then every minute
Wait.
you get 1 paper thing. If the person hasn't already taken away that that factory, I'm not sure how you can take away them yet.
Yeah.
But if you can take away factories, and then you take if the factory hasn't been taken away within 1 minute and the timer goes off, then you get 1 paper card.
Engaging their imaginations, letting them discover solutions for themselves.
Exactly. It's not about lecturing, it's about empowerment.
And she used a variety of creative methods to bring these ideas to life.
Oh, like what?
Well, she mentions creating a global goals treasure hunt.
A global goals treasure hunt. What's that?
Basically, kids earn points for actions that align with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals.
Oh, so it's like a scavenger hunt. But instead of searching for objects, you're searching for ways to make a difference.
Exactly. Brilliant.
It is. It's a fun way to introduce young people to the concept of, global citizenship.
Right, to show them that their actions, however small, can contribute to a bigger picture.
Like those seed ideas we talked about.
Yes, you plant them, nurture them, watch them grow.
Love it. So how did she translate that inspiration into action? Did she just, talk about these ideas?
Yeah.
Or did she actively try to, make a difference?
Oh, action was always her focus. She mentions creating a puppet show about Sadako and the Thousand Cranes.
Sadako and the Thousand Cranes, the story about the little girl.
Yes, exactly. She created it with her daughter, Carrie, and they took it to schools.
To teach kids about the impact of war.
And the importance of peace, using storytelling and creativity.
That's so beautiful.
Might actually be able to include this in our game.
I would think so.
We will be making the Earth Charter game.
Yes.
Lots of good animals for the ocean biome. If we wanted to work on that sometime, we could do that. I have lots of good things for that. Yeah, I have lots of fish. I have crabs. I think at one point I had a dolphin, but I don't know where that got.
So
Next
you
week.
mentioned global warming. Can you tell me a little about that? What do you know about global warming?
It's happening about pollution and the icebergs in the Arctic are being melted because of the pollution in the oceans.
While he's working on that, if you want to, I could do kind of like an interview of my perspective on global warming.
Oh, I would love that.
So a lot of global warming is based on pollution and people using gas and factories and the smoke and all of that is heating up our colder part of the world, which is melting the ice there and making the ocean rise, which could eventually lead to a lot of like islands and places being flooded in years to come, including Florida, where a lot of my family live, and I there. So Florida, in a couple years, if we don't do something about global warming, it could eventually be flooded. Florida wouldn't be there. And lots of things like that could happen, and it's not good. That's why stuff like electric cars and things like that, like not using plastic forks and spoons and all sorts of things, that is vitally important for the world.
Journey wasn't just about the environment, right?
No, you're right. It was deeply intertwined with her commitment to peace and social justice, too.
Makes sense. Those things are all connected.
Absolutely. She often draws parallels between her environmental work and her passion for peace.
Recognizing that both require cooperation, understanding.
A sense of shared responsibility.
Exactly. And all of these experiences, these projects, the setbacks, the moments of inspiration.
It seems like they were all building towards something bigger.
The culmination of Gramma Sue's life's work, you mean?
Exactly.
Now that my daughters are grown with children of their own, they thanked me for giving them a firm foundation for creating peace in their own families as a building block of peace on and with the earth. We are one, flowers of one garden, we're one, leaves of one tree. Let the walls come down and stand here together. We are one family.